Hey there everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal for those of you who are new here, and on this channel I'll talk about all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready video with you guys, just getting ready, putting on my makeup, showing you guys an outfit, and just talking about COVID and just being a a nurse, working during this time. Just random things really. So if you want to hear me talk about that and see me put together this makeup look, then yeah, just keep watching. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is put on my primer, and this is by e.l.f. the e.l.f. matte putty primer. So I'm just going to put this on just so that my makeup will last all day. I've just recently gotten back into like wearing like foundation. I've mainly just been like wearing like minimal makeup, so I just kind of been getting back into wearing foundation, just because fun, and just kind of doing something, been trying to do something different as far as like my makeup routine. And really I've just been wearing makeup really just like to film videos, so because I haven't really been going anywhere, because as you know, we're all still in this pandemic, and so it's just like, I mean, I go places, but I don't know, it's like I'm a little hesitant to really go like a lot of places that typically I would normally go to, especially with like everything that's going on. The numbers are rising, and just I just haven't had time to really go anywhere because I've been working so much. And so speaking of work, how's everybody doing in these last and evil COVID days? I don't know if any of you guys know. I know I have a lot of new followers, so or not a lot of new subscribers that may not know that I'm a nurse, and I'm specifically a like NICU / nursery nurse. So I don't work directly with COVID patients like on a COVID unit, but still, regardless of what kind of nurse you are or what you do in healthcare, it's a lot right now. It's a lot. I'm gonna put on my foundation. So actually I'm gonna mix two foundations. I just recently kind of put together this little concoction, and the first one I'm gonna mix is by e.l.f. and it is the e.l.f. oil-free satin finish flawless finish foundation. And I got this a while back, and I ended up getting them in two shades because I ended up going back and getting another shade because one was too dark and one was too light. I always have this problem when it comes to foundation, finding my exact match. It's just hard. I don't know why, but anyway. And then I'm also going to mix this one by Bobbi Brown. This is the Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation, and this has SPF 15 in it. Full cover, oil-free, shine control. So I'm going to mix these two, and that gives me like my perfect match, my perfect shade, because I tend to have to mix foundations if I really want to get that perfect shade. And these two together, because this is too light, the e.l.f. one is too light, and the Bobbi Brown one is too dark, so I end up just mixing the two. And it's good to mix the e.l.f. one with the Bobbi Brown one, because this one, the Bobbi Brown one, has SPF in it. So, and I just kind of put it on the back of my hand and just kind of mix these up. But like I was saying, regardless of what you do in healthcare right now, it's just a really tough time for various reasons. And it is just, I saw something on Facebook the other day that kind of just resonated with me. Right now I need to mix it's still a little too light. I'm gonna mix a little bit more of my Bobbi Brown foundation. And the post basically just said, pray for those in healthcare, because while the world is fighting over a vaccine, we're losing our motivation to and our passion. And so true. It's so true. I mean, it's just getting really difficult right now to be in healthcare. It just really is, for various reasons. I mean, nurses, and I'm just going to talk specifically about nurses just because that's what I do and that's what I know. Nurses are definitely tired. I mean, for various reasons. It's an accumulation of things, really. It's just not one particular thing. I'm going to blend my foundation with this beauty blender. I got this one from Sephora, and it's in the green one. It's the Bio Pure Beauty Blender. This is the packaging it came in. Just really cute. I've been into green, so I saw it when I was checking out, getting some other items, and yeah. So I'm just gonna blend my foundation in with the beauty blender. I haven't used the beauty blender in a long time, so I'm thinking I may need to add a little bit more of the Bobbi Brown foundation because this is still a little too light. Sometimes it's hard to get the mixture together and to get the perfect mixture when you're mixing your foundation. Sometimes you end up getting one more than the other. So I'm gonna have to probably add a little bit more of the Bobbi Brown, although I don't know, it's kind of looking okay, I think. And this isn't like super full coverage. Like, this is mainly just to kind of even my skin tone, because as you can see, you can still kind of see my skin, which is what I like. I don't like foundation that, and I know that's the purpose of foundation, is to kind of cover up, but I don't want my foundation to be that noticeable. Like, when I put on foundation, I don't want it to look that noticeable like I have on foundation, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of the Bobbi Brown to kind of see if I can darken this up a little bit, because it is still a little too, yeah, that's kind of helping some. It's still a little too light. I think I've added more of the e.l.f. one in the mixture than I did of the Bobbi Brown. But yeah, so it's just it's hard. It's really hard to be in healthcare and to be a nurse right now. I mean, I've seen so many nurses leave, and just, you know, a lot of nurses are retiring because, you know, a lot of the baby boomers are retiring and getting out while they can. It's just tiring, you know. And I think the biggest, you know, kick in the face is that, you know, with everything that's going on, you know, the government doesn't seem, they want to call us essential workers but don't want to give us the essential worker pay. And I just feel like, regardless if you're working directly with COVID patients or not, you know, anybody in healthcare, if you are an essential worker or considered an essential worker, you should be getting some kind of hazard pay. And of course we do. At my job, we get something that we call PP2. If you know, and that's not even high. That has nothing even to do with COVID. That's more so because of the nursing shortage, because almost every unit, I feel like, is just short nurses. So they're having to pay staff extra to come in and work, because it's hard to find anybody to come and work right now, because people are getting out of nursing totally, because they're like, I ain't risking my life. You know, I love what I do, but I'm not risking my life for it. And I mean, I agree. You know, I have kids, I have a family I have to think about too. And you know, it's just hard to really put into words how we're feeling right now. I know I'm tired. I'm tired. I for sure am tired for various reasons that I'm tired, but you know, I love helping people. I love seeing people get better. I love, you know, that's just nothing better than more satisfying than helping somebody, you know, and helping, you know, whether it be, you know, an infant or, you know, a geriatric patient. There's nothing more satisfying than helping someone get better and to get well and to go home, you know, because, you know, people come to the hospital to get help, and when you see that you did all that you could to help them and they get better or they go home, then that's satisfying, you know. So it's just hard right now to really put into words how we're feeling. And you know, it's just so much. I'm gonna put on my Nars creamy radiant concealer. This is basically what I use when I want to do minimal makeup. I just put the concealer on, and so I'm gonna use this to kind of cover up some of my dark spots that my foundation didn't cover up, because like I said, this foundation is lightweight, so it still kind of shows, you know, it looks like skin. It's foundation that looks like skin, and that's what I want. Like I said, I don't want to look like I have it on foundation, even though, you know, you can tell that I do, but I don't like to look like I do. You know, if I can put on foundation and it not look like foundation, then that's 100%. That's the goal. And then I'm going to blend it with this e.l.f. small stipple brush. I've had this for years, and just kind of lightly kind of stipple the concealer under my eyes, around my eyes, because that's where most of my darkness is from lack of sleep. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm just all over the place. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, the pay. We get extra money for coming in if it's short-staffed, right? So right now, there's like two categories. It's like PP1 or PP2 is what they call it. It's like a pay premium, and you get additional money. So PP1, I think, is like $20. So you get $20 extra added on to your hourly rate when you come in on the critical staffing shortage. And PP2 is you get $40 extra an hour added on to what you're currently making. So it's a lot of money, you know. At least in that, right, they are at least where I work, they are, you know, making it worth your while, because you're going in your off day. Your off day should be the day that you rest, but I think, but you're not resting because you're going to work. So, and they realize that and understand that you're coming in on your off day, so they want to make it worth your while. And so, I mean, you still will be getting time and a half when you go over 40 hours too. I work 12-hour shifts, so I work 3 12-hour shifts. So if I come in and do an additional, let's say 12 hours, then I would be making, you know, and I get, you know, the PP2 option, which is $40 extra, then I would be getting $40 extra added on to my hourly rate, or $40 an hour extra added on to my hourly rate. Plus, because I'm working 12 hours, let's just say I'm working 12 hours, then that after 40 hours, which would be 8 hours extra, because 48 hours in a week, then that 8 hours is straight overtime. So yeah, that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So it's a lot of money. At the end of the day, it's a lot of money. And you know, I'm a firm believer that there's not enough money in the world, okay, that we could get paid to deal with what we deal with and go through what we go through. I mean, there's just not. Even though it's good money. It is good money, but you know, you need your rest, and you need to, you know, revive yourself and get back up and not be a workaholic, you know. And I'm a firm believer in that. Like, I listen to my body. If my body's like, nope, then I don't do it. I don't do it, you know, because a lot of managers will try to pressure you into working extra, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Even this is for anybody that's not even a nurse. Don't allow any management to persuade you or make you feel guilty for not coming in and helping out and working extra and being a team player, because you're no good to your team if you're exhausted. I mean, really. And nobody wants to come to work and work with somebody that's tired, because when you're tired, you're grumpy, you're angry, you will go off on people. So nobody wants that. So you're not helping anybody. You're not helping the unit. You're not helping yourself. You might be getting paid extra money, right, sure, but you know, your mental health is more important than any amount of money. I'm going to be using this NYX micro brow pencil, and I love this. It's a dupe for the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I kind of go back and forth between the two. It just depends. Obviously the NYX one is more, you know, less expensive, or less expensive, yeah, because the Anastasia one is like $30, I believe, or $23, something like that. And you know, this is, you know, obviously cheap. I don't even know how much it is, but things like maybe $10 or something like that. But anyway, it's cheaper than the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. So I just kind of go between the two, and I just kind of fill in my brows. I don't make this I don't make this perfect or neat or whatever. Yeah, so don't allow anybody to pressure you into working extra and coming in, you know, working your tail off, and you know, you're not mentally and just physically capable of doing it. You know, the money might look good and the money may talk, but at the end of the day, your health is more important than any amount of, you know, dollar. So but yeah, and that's another reason why a lot of nurses are tired right now, because you can't have help. There's no help. I mean, just not even nurses. I mean, there's so many jobs out there now that are like, even McDonald's. I saw McDonald's is like offering like $31 an hour. Like, McDonald's, you know, like I made less than that when I first graduated nursing school. I made less than that coming right out of college. I made less than $31 an hour. I made, coming out of college, going into nursing, my first nursing job, my hourly rate was $19 an hour, and that's a college graduate. So I mean, $31 an hour, like, you know, it's got to be bad when a fast food restaurant is offering $31 an hour. Okay, you know the job force has got to be bad. I mean, my husband, he is a manager for custodial services job, and he's having a hard time finding people to come in, you know, to work. And it's just, I think it's just an ongoing thing. It's just everywhere. Every job is dealing with lack of help right now, and you know, it's just a very difficult time, because and I get it, a lot of people are just afraid to go back to work and to be around a lot of people, you know. But you know, at the same time, you know, you go to the mall or you go wherever, and you see thousands of people, and a lot of them don't have masks on, and a lot of them aren't social distancing. So it's like, okay, you can go to Walmart, you can go to the mall, but you can't go to work because you're afraid that you might catch COVID. Like, I don't get it. And that may not be the case, but that's just kind of like my assessment. It's like, I see so many people in public places, like, you know, like I said, the mall, or, you know, I went to take my kids to Six Flags, and I was done. I saw all these people and I was like, oh my God, I'm so done. Like, yeah, I'm so done. Like, I'm done. You know, like, all these people are here, and it was like during the week, you know, so clearly these people aren't working, you know, or maybe they just have an off day. I don't know. But I'm just like, if you can go to the mall and go all these other places, and, you know, you can surely, you know, go to work. But that's just my little 2 cents, you know, and I don't, you know, not claiming to know everything. I don't know everybody's situation. Some people, you know, obviously can't go to work because they have kids, and, you know, they don't want their kids to go to daycare, and I get it. I have kids. So I understand. I totally understand. You feel, you know, fear for your life, you feel for your kids' safety, and I get it. I get it. So I'm going to be using, I'm gonna put powder on. So I'm going to use this one by Laura Mercier, and it's the translucent honey powder. I love this one. I had this in actually just the regular translucent powder, and then I have it in this one in the honey. So this one matches my skin tone a little better than the translucent one does. So I'm just going to powder all over my face. Usually when I do this, I just powder like under my eyes where I put my concealer, but since I have on foundation, I'm going to, you know, just powder and set my makeup. So and this, I love this little brush. I found it in my drawer, and I don't know what this is, by Real Techniques. This has RT, so I'm assuming it's by Real Techniques, and it's just a cute like gold little powder brush. I guess you can use it, I guess you can also use it to put on blush, but I use it as powder, like a powder brush, to kind of powder my, or to set my concealer or set my foundation. So all right, so I think I did not even tell you what I was doing. I'm trying to talk and focus on what I'm doing. So I set my eyebrows with this Anastasia brow gel, and this is, yeah, the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel, and this is what it looks like. I was doing it and didn't even tell you guys what I was doing, but that's what I usually do to kind of keep my brows in check. And these definitely keep my brow, like, they're dry now. I just used it, and now they're already dry. So yeah, this just kind of keeps my brows in check. All right, so I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to put on some eyeshadow. I think I'm gonna use, actually what I'm gonna do, because I'm going to actually bronze my skin, I'm gonna use a bronzer to just add a little color to my eyelids. So I'm just gonna use this little brush by Morphe. It's just like a little brush here, and I'm going to use the Anastasia powder bronzer, and this is in the shade Mahogany. So I'm going to use it with this Morphe brush and just add just a little bit of color. I'm not doing anything too, you know, crazy with my makeup. Just something nice and simple, kind of natural is kind of like what I'm going for, and I'm just going to put it all over my lid. That's just kind of like something that you can do, like if you have a bronzer and you just want to kind of do something nice and simple, just add some bronzer, you know, some powder bronzer to your lids, just to kind of give your eyes a little bit of definition, and just a little bit of something, a little bit of something, a little bit of something, something. So let me know in the comments down below if you're a nurse, or if you know somebody in the field, or healthcare in general. Like, tell me if you know somebody, and if you know, I'm just curious if you guys know somebody that works in healthcare, or if you are somebody in healthcare, and, you know, tell me what, yeah, tell me that if you do, and then tell me like how they're feeling about it, like if they've talked to you, or if you are in healthcare, you let me know, you know, how you're feeling about, you know, how you're feeling about it. Like, have you lost your passion? Are you losing your passion? Are you burnt out? Because I think a lot of us, that's probably the word to best describe how we're feeling, is we're burnt out. No lie, we're burnt out, and we can't, and there's really, like, we talk about self-care, and self-care is so important. I think I'm going to do a vlog, like a day in the life of a nurse, and kind of like take you guys with me and do like a self-care day, because I need one. But most nurses that I know personally, their self-care is travel. Well, that's out of the you know, option right now, because a lot of people aren't traveling, and some people are too afraid to travel, and it's just too much to really have to do and deal with to travel right now. It's just, you know, a lot of people aren't really traveling, so not to places that they want. Like, a lot of people are traveling locally, but not, you know, going where they usually would normally go. I'm going to use this mascara called the Lash Idole by Lancome. I got this in like I think it was like a freebie, you know, with Sephora. I used my Sephora points, and this was a freebie, and it's a really good mascara, actually. It's the brush kind of reminds me, this is the brush, it kind of reminds me of the one by Urban Decay, I think it is. I can't think of the name of it, but it kind of reminds me of that one. And it was like really a really pointy brush, and like really pointy, like I kept poking myself in the eye with it. But with this one, the brush is curved, so I feel like it's a little bit better, a little bit more easier to work with than the other one that I think it's by Urban Decay. I can't think of the name of it right now, right off bat. It's like a silver, it's like in a silver packaging. I'll try to leave a name on the screen to because I can't think of it right now. But yeah, see, like it you know, I don't have the best lashes. I'm actually gonna put on some falsies, but I like to. This is kind of my new thing. I usually would put on my falsies first and then put on mascara, but it's just so much easier. And I've seen a lot of bloggers or YouTubers that beauty YouTubers that would put on their mascara before they put on their falsies, and I was like, it's just, I just didn't think it. I don't know, it didn't click for me to do that. But I see why they do it now, because it's just so much easier. Your lashes actually have something to, the falsies actually have something to hold on to, and I just like it better now. So that's kind of like the new way I've been doing my falsies, or applying them. It's just to put on some mascara first and then put on my falsies. Like, they go on, it takes me no time to put them on, not like it did before. You know, it didn't take me a long time to put them on, but it's like they have something to hold on to, so it's easier for me to put them on. So yeah, so I'm just gonna apply a few coats of this, and really I can just be done. But I like falsies, they just make my eyes pop, because I already have like closed eyes anyway. I don't know if that's even a thing, but I like to add my falsies just to kind of add a little bit of extra glam, because I don't, like I said, I have like very minimal makeup, so the falsies just kind of make it seem like I'm, I don't know, glammed up, I guess. All right. Now I'm going to add my bronzer. I love me some bronzer. But yeah, if you are in healthcare, you know, let me know down below how you're feeling, you know, right now. If you're burnt out, or if you know, have a family member, a loved one, or you know, your husband or your wife or whoever, you know, a sister in it, you know, healthcare, or that's a nurse. Like, how are they feeling? How are they getting through? You know, what do they do? How are they, you know, dealing with it? Because self-care is important, and a lot of us aren't really getting that self-care that we need. And so I know I'm guilty of it. I don't do as much self-care as I should, although YouTube for me is my self-care. You know, I love making YouTube videos. It's therapeutic for me. I love creating. I like to think of myself as a creative type person, so I like to do these YouTube videos as kind of like my outlet to kind of like get my focus off of everything that's going on, and the, you know, the stress of it all. And it's just something nice, you know, and fun to do. And you know, I find joy in it, you know. And you know, self-care is just finding something that you find joy in, something that makes you happy, something that gives you a little bit of joy, so that, you know, you aren't gonna fall into some sort of depression, you know. So all right, so that's my bronzer. I think I told you guys I used the Anastasia bronzer, the powder bronzer in Mahogany, and then I just used this another stippling brush by e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. stipple brush. It's kind of a little bit bigger than the small one that I used to apply my concealer. What else do I need to do? I'm gonna add a little bit of blush. Why not? This blush is by MAC. It's kind of old. This is the Sweetest Cocoa, and it's a sheer tone shimmer blush. It's so old. I don't even know if MAC still sell these, but it kind of gives me like a little bit of wash of color. And I'm gonna use another e.l.f. brush. e.l.f. has some good brushes. Like, don't sleep on e.l.f. Like, I love my high-end things, but when it comes to brushes, I feel like the drugstore have, or affordable brands have some good brushes. So I'm just gonna dip a little bit in here and add a little bit, and this kind of is similar tone to my bronzer anyway, so just kind of gives me a little bit of extraness. And I think I actually used too much, so I'm going to use my let's see, let me use my beauty blender to see if I could kind of diffuse that and make that a little bit lighter. Yep. All right, so let's see, what else am I going to use? I'm gonna line under my eyes. You know what, I still need to put the glue on my lashes. I haven't even got my lashes together yet. But yeah, just pray for, if you're a praying person and you believe in the power of prayer, the best advice I could give is just pray for those that are in healthcare right now. Pray for us. Pray for us. You know, and a lot of people like, oh, why we pray? Y'all making a killing. You know, it ain't all about the money. Trust me. Money is nothing if you don't have peace of mind. Money is nothing if you know, can't cope, you know, with what's going on. And like I said, I'm not directly involved in the COVID units, and I can just only imagine, you know, what those people are going through, seeing, you know, just death on a regular basis. Like, it's just disheartening, especially death from, you know, something that could have been, you know, prevented, as far as like getting vaccines or just social distancing, you know. And I get it, it's hard to not go anywhere because, you know, we've been stuck in the house for so long, and it's like, we thought we were at the, you know, we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And, you know, all the restrictions were lifted, and, you know, we're able to go places, so we just kind of went ham, and understandable, because we've been locked in the house. It's, you know, and I'm an introvert, but I'm not an extreme introvert where I don't like to go places and I don't like to be out. Like, I like to go out and be around people to a certain extent. Like, that's only in like small doses, you know. I like to, you know, meet new people, I guess I should say. I'm more like, I'm an introvert that likes to meet new people. I don't know what that is. I've always been fascinated with meeting new people and, you know, being around different cultures. And that's why I love living in Atlanta, because Atlanta is like a mecca of like diversity, and I just love it. But yeah, I'm an introvert that likes to meet. I'm putting on my lashes, by the way. I'm using the Kiss strip adhesive lash glue. It's dirty, it's so dirty, but this is what I use to put on my lashes. I love this glue. I mean, it makes my lashes stay on. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's the best glue. If you're looking for some glue for your lashes, yeah, I usually get mine off Amazon, or you can get it from any drugstore or from Ulta. I don't think Sephora sells it, but yeah, any drugstore, Walmart should have this glue. I love it. And so I'm just putting on the glue for my lashes. But yeah, so just, you know, pray for us, you know, right now. If you're a praying person and you believe in the power of prayer, I certainly do. We'll get through it, you know. We'll get through it like everything else that we go through. But I definitely would say that, you know, we kind of got lax, you know, as far as, you know, going out and, you know, going back, trying to get back to, you know, normalcy and going back to our daily routine. We kind of got lax, and now we have this second wave going, and it's like, you know. And I know some people are against the COVID vaccine. I'm not, you know, I'm in healthcare, so, you know, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily against it, you know, a vaccine. I do believe that they do protect and provide you some sort of protection. Like, nothing's 100%, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, oh, you know, it's not 100%, you can still get COVID. Well, that's with anything. Any vaccine you get, anything you get, you put a condom on, you can still get somebody pregnant. You know, if you use birth control, it's not 100%, you could possibly still get pregnant. I mean, but you do it as a precautionary, as prevention. You know, you're more likely to not get it, you know, if you have that extra protection than if you didn't have it. So I haven't gotten the COVID vaccine just yet. I don't know why I was putting it off, because number one, and this is gonna sound so funny, but I don't like shots. I mean, you know, a nurse that doesn't like shots. Yeah, I don't like shots, and I already have to get so many as a requirement for my job that I was like putting it off. Like, I knew eventually it would be mandatory. Like, at my job, they finally, you know, made it mandatory where we have to get it. And we have to get it, I think, by like the fall season, we have to get it. So I knew eventually it was coming down the pipe. I knew it was coming. So I was just waiting until it was mandatory, which I don't like to do things when someone's making me do it. I'm just that type of person. Like, I'd rather voluntarily do it, even because I volunteer to do it, not because somebody makes me do it. But yeah, now I have to get it. So eventually I will get it soon. And, you know, I'm just kind of dreading it, and because, you know, I hear horror stories about what, you know, people getting it and getting sick, and I don't like to get sick. But I have a pretty good, you know, immune system. I hardly ever get sick, and I get the flu vaccine every year, and I don't get sick from that. So I'm hopeful that I'll be fine once I get the COVID vaccine. So we'll see. I'm gonna put on my lashes because they are, like I said, this lash glue actually dries really fast. So I'm gonna put on my lashes, and I'll be right back, because this takes some little concentration. All right, and just like that, my lashes are on. So yeah, lashes just really do so much for the look. They just really do. I think that's it. I don't usually wear lipstick just to, you know, just if I'm just chilling every day. So let me see what kind of lip. Right now I just have on some lip gloss, but I think I may add a little bit of lip color to the look. But first, let me get my liner here. Or what is this? It's by Tom Ford. It's the eye defining pen, and this thing is super expensive, y'all. I'm embarrassed to even tell y'all how long I've had this, but this lasts. I mean, and granted, I don't use makeup every day, but this pen lasts. Like, it has two sides here, and yeah, so you can use either side. One is a little bit longer than the other, but this pen has lasted me, I don't even want to say how long, but it's by Tom Ford, and it's super expensive, but it's well worth the money, because I haven't had to get a what do you call this, like an eye pencil? No, not an eye pencil, an eyeliner. I haven't had to get an eyeliner in I don't know how long, and I just use this to kind of darken my my moles. Let me stop talking because I'm already like messing it up. Yeah, so I just use this to darken my moles, because like I said, I'm going for a natural look, and I want my, I guess, imperfections, if you want to call a mole an imperfection, to kind of still kind of show through, to make it look like I have, you know, that this isn't foundation that I have on, like a just kind of natural look. So I kind of, after I apply it, I kind of see if I can fade it just a little bit so it's not so stark black. But yeah, that's kind of thing I've been doing here lately that I like. I think that's it. Oh, I said I was gonna apply some, I'm just gonna do something simple with my lips. I'm gonna put on this oldie but goodie by Kat Von D, and it's in the shade Lolita. Y'all, this was kind of like hyped up so much, I don't know, a few years ago, and I still love it. It's just kind of like the perfect like pinky nude color for me. And it's just a liquid lipstick, and it will dry down matte, but I will probably put on some like lip gloss or something over it. I like matte lipstick, but it's too drying on my lips. So all right, so I think that's it. I'm going to do one last thing, and I'm going to just set my makeup, and I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Finish Setting Spray, and I'm going to use that to just set my makeup. I'm not going to use a whole lot of that, because I don't really need a whole lot of setting, because I do have on the primer underneath it. So just gonna let this kind of set, and yeah, that's the makeup look. Just something nice and simple, basic, you know, nothing too out there for me. But yeah, so yeah, it's just, I don't know, this video and my talking has just been all over the place. I'm sure take the necessary precautions that you need to protect yourself, you know, when it comes to, you know, COVID. You know, just kind of be smart. You know, if you are afraid to really go out, then don't go. It's just as simple as that. And if you have the vaccine, just know you can still get it. You know, it's just one of those things. Nothing's 100% safe. So, you know, just still, you know, take the precautions that you need to take. You know, if you want to stay safe and keep your family safe, and just get through it, you know, because, you know, tomorrow's not promised. So you need to do all that you can to ensure your safety of yourself and your family. So, but yeah, it's just the world we're living in right now. And unfortunately, I try to be optimistic. I really do. And I try to say, you know, we'll get through this, and we will, like everything else, you know. But each and every day, you're just like, man, are we still going through this? It's like we wake up and it's like a nightmare. Like, really, we still going through this? Like, you know. But it is what it is, you know. Like I said, self-care and, you know, prayer and you know, just being hopeful and taking time out to really do things for yourself to make you happy and enjoying life. That's kind of the best advice anybody could give. It's just enjoy life and don't allow what's going on to affect you in such a way that you give up. You give up. You know, life goes on and has to keep moving, and we have to adapt to the times. And that's what is kind of, I guess, the best thing is it's just about adapting. We have to adapt to the times that we're in. You know, this isn't 2018. This isn't 2019. We're living in 2021, still in a pandemic. So we have to adapt and try to live the best full life that we can, based, you know, even in spite of our circumstances, right? So, but yeah, so continue to keep, you know, a healthcare worker in your prayers. Continue to keep them encouraged, because a lot of us are losing our motivation to really do what we do and do what we're passionate about and do what a lot of us have been called to do. I feel like I've been called to help people, and I'm trying not to allow, you know, everything that's going on to keep me from what I was called to do and what I'm, you know, am passionate about. So, but yeah, so that's it. That's the makeup look, and that's just me talking about everything right now. So, but yeah, so let me know down in the comments, you know, if you have somebody that works in the healthcare industry, if you work in the healthcare industry, you know, how they're feeling, if they've lost hope, if they lost their passion, you know, or if they love what they do. That's you know, even better, if they're enjoying it and just, you know, really just getting in there and doing what they can do to help. If they're really just focused and dedicated, that's also awesome news. So, but yeah, let me know down in the comments if you are a healthcare worker, you know someone that's doing this right now. I think we all can use a little bit of encouragement. So, but yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to me ramble on and on about COVID and everything else. So I hope you enjoyed the makeup look, and I will link everything that I used for this makeup look. I will link it down below. Actually, before I go, let me show you guys my outfit. I do have an outfit that I want to show you guys. Yeah, just show you what I'm wearing, because I'm ready. This is a get ready with me, so I might as well just show you guys what I'm wearing too. So yeah, so here's what I'm wearing for the day. All right, and here is my outfit for the day. Another dress. I love dresses, and this dress is let me take off my bag. This dress is a dress that I got from Missguided. I showed it in a recent Missguided haul. I will link it somewhere or put it up somewhere so you guys can see that. But it's just one of those smocked dresses that I love the sleeve details on this dress. It's just really nice. It's all black, but you know, I love the details of it. Just kind of makes it a little bit more interesting. And then I have on my Chloe sandals that I showed you guys in a Nordstrom haul. And as far as jewelry, I just have on this like this cute little, like, I don't know, this cute little ring. Well, I don't know why I can't think. So it's like a little ring. This is black, and then I have another one on. It's kind of like in a kind of like marbled kind of look. So that one, and then let me show you the black one so you can kind of see it a little bit better. And then jewelry wise, I have on this necklace that I got from Ana Luisa Jewelry. I've worked with them before, and it's just like a chain kind of necklace. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then as far as earrings, I have on like these like croissant, I don't know if you call it like croissant or like twisted kind of earrings that are also from Ana Luisa Jewelry. And then I don't know if you can see in the back, I have like this little scrunchie here. Let me take it off as I just have it on. Yeah, I have on this like little scrunchie that I got. I saw this, I was in Target getting some things and I saw this little scrunchie and I just thought it was so cute. It's just in this like animal print. So I literally just kind of like popped it over my little ponytail just to kind of add something extra to the look. So just thought that was really pretty. I haven't seen this in a while, but these big huge scrunchies are kind of in right now, so thought I'd add it to the look. And then bag wise, I don't have on anything too crazy, but I got this like little crochet bag with like little tassels at the end of it. I don't know where I got this bag from. I was trying to look in the bag and see if I can see a tag, but I don't know where this bag came from. But it's very boho kind of chic kind of bag. I'll see if I can find something similar and link it down below. Everything that I have on, I will link down in the description box, so make sure you check down there for, you know, my outfit, all my outfit details, as well as the makeup that I just did for you guys. Everything I will link down below. So yeah, so that is my outfit of the day. Don't know where I'm gonna go, but at least I'm cute wherever it is that I decide to go. So yeah, so that is the look for the day. Let me know what you guys think. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more videos like this where I just get ready and we just talk, you know, like a girls talk kind of a thing, then you know, let me know down in the comments if you want to see more videos like this where I just chat about anything, any and every old thing that pops up in my head to talk about. Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe and yeah, be encouraged. All right, bye guys.